All right, third topic of the week here. This came to me once again when I was locked up in quarantine in COVID. I was able to watch a lot of TV. And I got tired of watching wrestling. So I switched over and I kind of got back into Sports Center.
Okay.
Like in college and stuff, when I played basketball, Sports Center was like a heavy part of my life. And then it was once I got injured in basketball and kind of got away from it, I hate the word depression because it's not depression, but I just kind of was like uninterested in like Sports Center and watching highlights and things. But I got to watch a lot of that. I got to watch the All-Star basketball game, and it got me to thinking, like, as far as sports go, for the last probably 5 or 6 years of my life, I don't have teams that I cheer for.
I go for the pretty colors or like.
I get that, but like as far as football goes, I think fantasy football has ruined football for me in a sense of like fandom. It's fun to play fantasy football and it's fun to cheer like selfishly for your guys.
Yeah.
But the problem is the next season you have a whole new set of guys, and so it feels like in a sense of being like a horror fan because because it's like you're constantly cheering for something new. And there is a certain element of like, I get jealous when people are just fans and they live and die by what happens to a specific team.
Yeah.
And so I thought a fun podcast segment would be, and like, when I say I have no allegiance to any team in any league. And so I thought it would be fun to break down league by league on a weekly basis. We're going to start with the NBA and identify a pro sports team that I'm going to pretend, let's say I'm a pro sports fan free agent and I'm going to sign a 2-year contract with these teams.
Okay.
I will give them 2 seasons of my fandom. And if it works out, I'll sign a long-term contract, and that will be my team for the end of time. If not, we'll come back to the drawing board in 2 years and kind of reassess what's going on.
Okay.
But I want to set up, because there's like a set of parameters I want to start with as we go from league to league, and that is I don't want to be a fan of the team who won the previous year's championship.
Okay.
So immediately when we start talking about teams from each league, I will not accept being a fan of probably the 2 teams that were in the championship game, but for sure, not going to be a Chiefs fan, not going to be a Golden State Warriors fan. I think it might be the Astros that won baseball.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to eliminate those teams.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be on the bandwagon. Number 2, proximity means absolutely nothing to me. I have no allegiance to Texas teams. I don't know what it is. I've never been a San Antonio Spurs fan. I've never been a Dallas Cowboys fan. So I could give 2 shits about where they are. I don't care if they're in Canada. I don't care if they're in Florida. I don't care if they're in New York. I will be making my team pick based on a bunch of different parameters. Number 3, 100% team colors and shit like that matter to me.
That's
like
my number 1.
If I'm going to be a fan of a team, I got to make sure that like the jersey looks good, the hat that I might wear looks good. If I'm going to commit to 2 years of like, these are my colors for this sport, there's going to be some color and logo consideration when I'm making my choice. How will that affect me when I get into leagues like baseball, hockey, soccer, where I have absolutely no clue if the teams are good or not? I may be cheering for some bad teams.
Maybe if you look good, you are good.
And then just breaking down the 4th point here is that each week we will choose a different league to narrow down. I'm going to narrow it down to 3 teams and then go to the Discord.
Okay.
To kind of have them help me
finalize who it is.
Yeah, because I feel like somebody in the Discord will at least have a little bit of knowledge to keep me from just like, you chose the worst team in the league. You chose the shit team. You've got 2 years of shit coming for you. So I want to start first week with the NBA. Okay. And this is the league that I know the most about. Mm-hmm. I probably know the most players in this league. And so I want to I said no Golden State Warriors. Okay. Absolutely no Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
They won the championship last year. I'm not even a big fan. So let's talk about the Atlanta Hawks. Mm-hmm. Colors are black, red and gold.
Yeah.
Which I like black and red, but I don't know if from a sports standpoint I like it. Mm-hmm. They have Trae Young, and they have the old Spurs player. I forgot his name. But I'm gonna pass on them immediately. I think I'm just not an Atlanta Hawks fan.
The logo's ugly.
Logo's ugly. Just not a lot going there. Boston Celtics.
Pretty cool logo. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, so this is an interesting one.
Like the little man.
This is an interesting one because, like I said, I know a little bit about basketball, so I can talk. They're a front runner this year, and they for the last couple years they've had a solid team. So if I hitch my fandom there, I know that I'm probably in for some heartbreaking moments, but I'm all like for the next, I think Jason Tatum for the next couple of years, I know that I will be in the hunt. So Boston, I'm going to leave on the table. Green and white, kind of classic. The Boston logo, kind of classic.
Clean.
They also have a black uniform, which I can vibe with. So
Leprechauns.
I'm not going to go against, I'm not a big Northeast person. Like, you know, and I don't know what about that. Yeah, like Boston and shit, but
like their cream
maybe it's
pies.
just because we're Texas, but I said proximity doesn't matter. I like Boston. There's a chance I go with Boston Celtics.
All right.
Brooklyn Nets, they're a shit show. Zero chance.
Are they just black and white?
Black and white. They lost Kevin Durant. They lost Kyrie Irving. There's zero chance I'm going Brooklyn Nets. The Hornets, their colors intrigue me. They got LaMelo Ball. Mm-hmm. They do have Gordon Hayward, who I'm a fan of. So I'm going to leave Charlotte.
Where are the Hornets? Charlotte. Okay.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's what I thought.
I like the purple. I like the teal. Mm-hmm. I'm all good with that. Chicago Bulls are classic.
Yeah.
That was who I was a fan of growing up because of Michael Jordan. So I do like Patrick Beverly, who just got signed by the Chicago Bulls. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to go. Like, I feel like there's a lot of Chicago Bulls fans that are hardcore, and I don't want to just jump into that fandom.
Yes.
Cleveland Cavaliers, no chance. Dallas Mavericks, I'm not a big Dallas Mavericks fan. Denver Nuggets are interesting. They're a team, another one of these teams that are pretty good this year that I think.
What are their colors?
Navy blue and gold.
That's so nice.
And white.
That's a nice classic look.
And this is their logo right here. It's a circle with the two like metal picks. They got a solid team. They possibly have a guy who's about to win the MVP for the third time in a row.
Oh, that's cool.
And Jokic, the Joker. His nickname's the Joker.
Who is he?
Solid nickname. Big old white boy.
What's his name?
Jokic. Jokic.
I was gonna spell that with a Y.
That was Jokic. Nicholas Jokic or something like that.
Oh,
Nikolai Jokic.
Oh, I've seen him play before.
Yeah,
I like him.
Big old slow.
I like
so
him.
we're gonna put
Nuggets
Denver
is in the running.
That's it. So I feel like Denver is
Jokic
one.
got me.
I feel like if we get on the Denver bandwagon,
right. I'm excited.
That like we're early enough in the process that we wouldn't be considered bandwagoners.
Yeah.
Not a Detroit Pistons fan. Golden State's off. Not going to be a Houston Rockets fan. Not going to be an Indiana Pacers fan. The Clippers are intriguing because I like Russell Westbrook. I do like Paul George.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard's interesting. But they're kind of a shit show, and they're the secondary team in Los Angeles. Yeah. So
It's like
I'll pass on them.
you're a Clippers fan.
Lakers, I don't want to be a Lakers fan.
No, because everybody and their mom's a Lakers fan.
And I'm just not a fan of LeBron that much. Memphis is interesting. Up until John Morant started waving his gun around and pointing his gun
like
at little kids
gun?
and stuff. Oh, yeah. This dude's crazy.
Oh, my God.
This dude's crazy. Up until he did that, that was a fun team. They're kind of a physical team, and they're an interesting team to watch. I'm not going to completely write them off. They got some really cool uniforms.
Uniforms matter.
They're like navy blue, light blue, and like I think there's a little bit of gold in there. I'm not sure. But they definitely have some cool uniforms and cool colors. Miami Heat, just because of colors, could get on my radar, but I don't want to be a Miami Heat fan. The Milwaukee Bucks, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon. I think it's too late to get on there. No to Minnesota, no to New Orleans, no to New York, no to the Thunder, no to the Magic, no to the 76ers. I like the Suns. I like their uniforms, but the fact that they just got Kevin Durant, to me, is a non-starter for conversation. Portland, Sacramento, Spurs, Raptors, Jazz, or Wizards. Any of those appeal to you? Any of those last ones?
Who plays on the Utah Jazz? I don't know why. It just like
they've got a kind of a young roster. It's a lot of I think there's a lot of new. They're kind of rebuilding, I think.
I'm going to say no to Wizards,
Okay,
no to Spurs.
Wizards, no to Spurs.
I don't know that much.
Sacramento's pretty good. Portland has Damian Lillard.
Portland was another one that...
76ers have James Harden and Joel Embiid.
I like Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid's pretty solid.
He's on
so
there.
I'm going to say let's go 76ers are a possibility.
Okay.
Because we remember we're going to narrow this down to 3.
Yeah.
I like Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
So Philadelphia 76ers.
Okay.
Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
And do we go Charlotte Hornets or do we go Boston Celtics?
That's what I was thinking exactly.
Charlotte. That's my last.
Okay,
that's where I'm a little stuck.
So who's on which team and who would I know?
Okay, so Boston has Jason Tatum.
I do. I know who that is.
I don't think you know who that is, but he sneakily could be top 5 best player in the NBA. Top 3,
I've seen him. He's kind
possibly.
of a goofy, funny guy, right?
I wouldn't say that. He's
Looks
just
goofy in his picture.
He's pretty young boy.
Jason Tatum.
I think he's 24, 25 years old, something like that. And he's been doing it for a long time.
Okay.
So there's that. So then the Hornets have LaMelo Ball, which is the Ball family.
LaMelo. I got to be entertained. You know if the dad's going to be there, it's going to be
and LaMelo Ball's got some sick shoes. I think he's got Rick and Morty shoes or something like that.
Oh, I'm in. It's LaMelo all the way.
So that means
Bronco Country. Let's
so that
ride.
means we're gonna go Hornets, Nuggets,
in Philadelphia.
What? Do we want Philadelphia?
I don't know who plays for Philadelphia. We could go Boston,
Charlotte, and Denver.
Nuggets. I like that better.
All right, lock it in. Lock it in. So I'm going to the Discord tomorrow to present the Boston Celtics, the Charlotte Hornets, and
the Denver Nuggets.
You
know what I'm secretly hoping it is?
Denver Nuggets.
Oh, no. I was going to say Hornets. Charlotte because I like their colors. I like LaMelo Ball.
Have you seen his shoes?
No.
Let's see if I can find them real quick.
I'm looking them up. What does he have? Ooh, is it like with like a shoe company or like?
No, it is.
Who is it with?
Nike, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm in because I like Nikes.
I think it's these right here. Look. One shoe's green and one shoe's pink.
I'm in. I actually saw a kid with those shoes the other day, and I thought they were so fucking cool.
Yeah. They're the Rick and Mortys.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So those are our 3. I'm locked in. I'm good on that.
I've already made up my mind in my head.
But we don't get to choose. We take it to the Discord, and the Discord chooses our fate as
Pick Charlotte
as basketball fans.